Jeremy. How are you?
Oh, hello, my friend.
Where's Mark?
I don't know.
I thought he was coming here with you.
I mean, this place is amazing, but we're supposed to be up here together doing the Ad Tech God.
I don't think he's
We're here to preach on the beach.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Where do you
Well, let's go see.
Well, yeah, let's look for Mark. That's
All right,
totally
let's do it.
cool. Mark, Ad Tech God. Mark, Ad Tech God.
I don't know if he's gonna be in the
I don't
cabinet.
know. Ad Tech God can fit anywhere. Ad
Does
Tech
he
God is
do magic?
everywhere.
He's not at his David Blaine phase yet.
Ad Tech God. Nope. Ad Tech God.
Tech God isn't here.
He might be on the balcony in a lotus position.
Oh my Ad Tech God. Oh my Ad Tech God.
Mark, what are you doing out here, man? We got the Ad Tech God podcast right now.
Oh, I've been on a 48-hour vision quest attempting to commune with Ad Tech God.
Well, get it together, dude. We got to go out there and do this interview. Let's go.
All right.
Did you put some shoes on?
No shoes.
No shoes. We don't need shoes. We don't need shoes when we're preaching on the beach.
Spiritual this way, yeah.
Yeah, let's preach on the beach. Come on, Adelaide team. This is going to be great. It's a gorgeous day in the 305. We're here at Possible in Miami. Today is day 2 of the conference, and we're in the Ad Tech God Suite, home of where ATG sleeps. Adelaide, Mark, Zach, please take a seat wherever you guys feel most comfortable. Oh, actually, Mark, maybe where your shoes are, unless you want me to take my shoes off, too.
They're my shoes from my 2-day vision quest.
Yeah, they've been here for
All-
the
the whole-
last,
the entire-
yeah,
the
the
whole
entire time. I think everybody was wondering what they were. But anyway, now that we're all here, Mark,
Great
Zach.
hats.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice hat.
Don't sit on
Adelaide.
your cup. Well, I'm glad we found you. Now that we are all together, can we just actually find out who you really are?
Sure. Yeah, well, Mark ties his shoes. I can give you a brief intro. I'm Zach
Yeah, do
Kubin. I'm one of the co-founders of Adelaide. Mark and I have been working together on attention metrics for about 10 years. So really excited to be here with you today.
We're really excited to have you.
So like Zach said, I'm Mark. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO at Adelaide. And we've been doing this for about a decade. And it still feels,
gray hairs.
like day one. I have plenty of gray hair.
I just basically want to be like, what did you see on your vision quest?
It was just Ad Tech God sort of just floating there, telling me about the bid stream and how to
Awesome.
use attention metrics to drive more equity in the market.
That's awesome.
Pretty deep conversation.
I think Jeremy actually wanted to ask you a little bit more about the company vision rather than just the Ad Tech God vision. So I'm gonna pass over to
a
Jeremy.
lot less
here,
fun.
Yeah, we would love to have a better understanding just about the attention space and what you guys are doing in general right now. If you guys can help us understand.
Yeah, so like Zach said, we've been working on attention for almost a decade. 5 years at Adelaide specifically focused on measuring the quality of media placements using attention metrics. So we spent the better part of that 5 years working with advertisers, proving to them that AU was a better proxy for media quality than their standard metrics that had like viewability and video completion rate and that kind of stuff. And then over the past couple years, we've started to move a little bit closer to the sell side and use our metric as sort of a way to drive more what we believe to be more fairness and more transparency in the market.
So it's a great way to separate yourselves from the herd as the space heatens up, as we're down here in Miami. You guys have been doing this for quite a long time. You're known as being all things attention, creating attention metrics. So I'm going to kick this one over specifically to Nicole.
Are we going to talk about some big news?
Yes, thank you.
I heard that you guys have some big news.
Go first.
Oh, well, so
Big news, Mark. Come on, big news.
We're about to launch.
Do you need a drum roll?
We might need a launch. We're about to launch a very big.
Righty-ho.
So we're about at the end of a 2-year journey of this process called AU Everywhere.
Is that why you're out there? That's the end of the 2-year journey?
Yes, it was the very last step in my 2-year journey.
Awesome.
Was this 48-hour
Now it all makes
fasting
sense.
vision quest.
Awesome.
Where Ad Tech God was speaking to me about the next steps beyond AU Everywhere. And AU Everywhere was about making sure that our data was in every DSP, every SSP, every ad network, anywhere an advertiser needed to use our data, we wanted to make sure it was easily accessible. So that was the past 2 years, and now we're about to make the next step towards building a marketplace around AU, but we're not going to make that announcement today. Sorry.
We're not going to make that announcement today. Okay. Well, what should we talk about next then, Jeremy? Okay, I mean, I thought we were going to talk about it, but
I mean,
Well, he told me. He said it's not ready. He came down from
he's so helpful.
Yeah, from the ad tech cloud. Told me.
that we are in the house of God, the house of ad tech God. So why don't we hit on, Zach, why don't we specifically hit on case studies?
Yeah.
You guys are doing some amazing business and have great
Sure.
partnerships across the board.
Yeah.
Tell us some great things. you're
So
working on.
I think what Marc is talking about with AU, it's a 0 to 100 score. And it just reflects the likelihood of attention on a placement. The only thing our advertisers care about is, does this correlate to an outcome? And so we've been able to work with a bunch of different clients and partners on correlating AU to things like brand lift and sales, whatever their KPIs are. Increasingly, we're finding that as advertisers get closer to our business, they want to change the way in which they're creating contracts specifically with their holding companies. So we actually have a case study in place right now with a large global CPG advertiser,
Nice.
where they have a malice clause in their contract with their agency that doesn't talk about viewability, but the incentive is to actually get the agency to buy higher AU. And our thinking is, if we're going to change the market, which is hard enough as it is, the way to do so is to reset the incentives of the market and get to enact the right behaviors on the part of media buyers that allow them to understand the quality of media being purchased, knowing that it correlates to an outcome.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It's amazing.
No, that's a fantastic view for now in the short term.
Sure.
And I know we can't talk about the big announcement, but we're here at Possible. We're thinking about what the future looks like. What's the long view? What are you picking up on overall? Like, what are the trends? Where's the direction?
So the vision for Adelaide is to create a shared understanding of quality in the media ecosystem. We think that a lot of the weird stuff that that people do and a lot of the weird incentives in this industry come from a lack of shared understanding of quality, which drives people to focus far too much on cost and on CPM. And when you focus on cost, you just get this sort of negative feedback loop, which we all sort of experience in the day-to-day of ad tech. And so at Adelaide, what we really want to do is to have the marketplace understand that AU is a really, really good proxy for media quality and start to use it to denominate contracts and build new products with.
So no belly fat ads.
No belly fat ads.
Awesome. I love it.
I mean, I feel like...
No, you just fasted for 2 days. You're fine. You're fine.
Should have been targeted with them.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I think if we're successful, one of the things I like to talk about in the market is you cook. I assume that you've
I
been
do not.
Okay, maybe.
But he
so
cooks.
Jeremy cooks.
I cook.
Yeah.
You've been to a recipe website before.
Oh, I've been to one of those.
How was that experience for you?
Well, that's why I don't cook. Exactly.
So if we are successful, you will cook again, right? The
Right.
whole theory is that if you can get
Mom,
access
did you
to
hear that?
If you can get access to the ingredients and the recipes that you want to use without having to endure
Yes.
thousands of ads, that experience becomes more pleasant. If we are successful, that experience changes for advertisers, for brands, and for consumers.
So ads become additive, not distractive.
What's one way to say? One could certainly say that. That is true.
Okay. Awesome. No, I think that's a good way to think about ads being useful rather than distracting.
Right, because the incentives in the market are just to push as many out there as possible, right? And if we create a system where the publisher understands the quality of the media, the buyer understands the quality of the media, then there's certain thresholds through which they won't get rewarded. Publishers won't get paid if they're just churning out a bunch of crappy ads.
No ad stuffing.
Exactly.
So help us understand, what do attention metrics make possible, and how do they make things possible
Sure.
for your advertisers, for your partners, for your pubs, for the brands, for the CPGs? Tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, Marc, I think
We're at Possible, guys.
probably better to talk about the vision for the business.
Yeah, so I think, back to that point from earlier around more fairness and more transparency in the market, I think what attention metrics make possible is transparent quality. And that's the right kind of transparency. There's far too many people in this industry that are fixated on cost transparency. And it's almost like that the cost transparency camp has so well branded themselves as transparent that any other way of paying agencies or any other sort of contractual agreements placements around media that are not cost transparent are considered non-transparent, when the reality is the rest of the world trades on transparent quality and quantity and not on transparent cost. And we think that sort of what possible might make possible, and what attention metrics might make possible, is sort of this world of business models that create more positive incentives rather than sort of this incentive to focus on cost and let's spend all the budget and let's get the cheapest reach possible.
It's amazing. This has been a fantastic conversation. It's all about attention. It's all about making things possible. We appreciate Adelaide being here. Thank you so much, Marc. Thank you, Zach. Nicole, thank you.
Thank you.